Welcome back to the channel, guys. It is me, 8744, and today, guys, we're predicting the World Cup qualifiers third round. So I'm going to give you guys my group winners. I'm going to also tell you guys my group runners up. So here's how it's going to work. We got three groups. We got four nations in each group. These nations came through the second round. The two nations from each of the six groups. We have a total of 12 nations. And basically, each nation will play a round robin against each other, home and away. Group winners from each of the three groups will automatically qualify for the World Cup. And then the two best runners-up teams will make it to the Interconfederation playoffs. Yes, that's right. Two of them is making it through, and how the two best will be determined? By the ones that accumulate the most points. All right, so that means one second place team will miss out. We're going to give you guys the preview and predictions here. Let me know your predictions, comments below, and best of luck to all 12 of these nations. Starting with Group A, we have Panama, El Salvador, Guatemala, Suriname. Coming in last place, it is El Salvador. I have not been convinced with this national team. I think this national team has regressed a lot ever since 2022 World Cup qualifiers. This national team cannot score a goal to save their life, and I just feel like this attack is just dreadful at the moment. They're just a hot mess. The only positive for them, though, is I think their home form is decent, and that could maybe give them some hope, but away from home, I don't trust them, and I do believe they'll finish bottom of the group, which is really a shame considering we know the potential this team has and everything, but I do have them finish bottom, fortunately. And it's going to really disappoint my El Salvadorian community, El Salvadorians I have in my community. Third place I have in the group, it is Suriname. I think Suriname is a national team that could do something. There's a lot of potential, a lot of shock in this team, and there's a lot of raw potential, I believe. But the issue for Suriname, in my opinion, and the reason why I don't have that finish in the top two is primarily because I haven't seen them play. We haven't really seen enough sample size against the top nations. And when we have, they haven't really played that well, which is why I feel like they're going to miss out. But I do feel like they'll come very close, and I don't think they'll put up a good fight, but I think they'll just narrowly miss out. At second place, I have it as Guatemala. Guatemala, for me, stole the show. Just like what they did in the 2025 Gold Cup. They knocked out Canada on penalties. And in my opinion, Canada is one of the best national teams in Concacaf. I mean, this national team qualified for the last World Cup. This is a national team that has made the World Cup, Copa America semifinals. This is a national team on the rise. So for Guatemala to knock them out is incredible. And yes, Canadians can say, oh, they had a man advantage, everything. And yes, that is true. They did have a man advantage. But even with a man advantage, you still have to get the job done. I've seen before in football, guys, strange things have happened where teams, even with a man up, still lose the game. It's happened before. So for Guatemala to pull this off is incredible. And also, if you're thinking, oh, maybe they just got lucky against Canada, look what they did against the United States. They put up a very good game against the United States, especially in that second half, and almost knocked out the host country and the Gold Cup itself, which is pretty crazy to say. So I feel like Guatemala, for me, I think they'll finish second place. I don't think they could top because the top nation I have here is Panama. Panama, for me, is just way too good. I think Thomas Christensen has done a fantastic job with the team. The team's been punching above their weight. This team has done phenomenal. They reached the World Cup. They reached 2018 World Cup. They made the Gold Cup final. They made the Concacaf Nations League final. This nation's done it all. They have owned the United States. The United States have failed to beat them for quite several meetings in a row. And I feel like Panama, for me, is a national team that's been on the rise. And you got to keep in mind, Carrasquillo, their star player, was incredible. Now, people will say that Panama's Gold Cup 2025 was disappointing. Yes, I will agree if they went on penalties. But we have to keep in mind, it is penalties in the day. And penalties in the day, it's 50-50 at the best. So I wouldn't be too pressed about it. And remember, Carrasquillo didn't even play. So for me, Panama, in my opinion, is the best nation outside the Big Three in CONCACAF. And I am very confident they will qualify for the World Cup itself. Moving on to Group B, we got here is Jamaica, Curacao, Trinidad, Tobago, and Bermuda. Coming in last place, I have is Bermuda. I think Bermuda, for me, are just simply here for the numbers. I don't think they'll do much here in this group, but I think it's phenomenal they even reached this far because I think it's the farthest they ever reached the World Cup qualifiers. So I feel like they'll be here just to maybe spoil the party and maybe can take points off, but obviously I don't really see them doing much. So let's see what Bermuda can do, but they're going to finish bottom. Third place in the group it is Curacao. Now, Curacao is a national team that I think will come very close. And of all the third place teams, I think this one will be very close. I think the second place team could just edge it out in goal difference. The reason why I don't have Curacao to qualify, though, is because I feel like they're very inconsistent. Sometimes they can be very good, sometimes very bad, and they're just very inconsistent. And a group like this. So that's the reason why I have them finish third. But I'm going to be honest with you, I'm not very confident of this pick. They could easily finish second place. I wouldn't be shocked. But second place I have is Trinidad and Tobago. And yes, Trinidad and Tobago, for me, I feel like they have not been great ever since 2006 World Cup. They've gone downhill. Obviously, the failure of not even making the next round 2022 was disappointing, and everything. But I think they have improved since then and everything. And I feel like for Trinidad and Tobago, the one big issue I have with them though is the defense. Defense is so shambolic. But what gives me hope with Trinidad is that I think their attack is at least decent, which is why I have them finish above Curacao because I do feel like their attack is slightly better than Curacao. I will say this though, I think Curaçao's defense is considerably better, but I feel like in a 6 games, I feel like the attack will have more significance than the defense itself, which is why I had them to finish second place. But I'll be honest with you guys, I think Curacao could definitely do this. I wouldn't be shocked if Curacao finished second place, but I do have Trinidad to finish second place, just about, and Jamaica. They better qualify for this group. If they do not qualify for the World Cup, we would have to have an emergency stream on the channel, and Jamaica will officially be declared as frauds. Like this is the last chance for Jamaica. This better be it. This group is so favorable, so easy for you, McLaren. You better get the job done. There is no excuses for Jamaica. We got to see Leon Bailey perform. We got to see Damari Gray perform. Because if Jamaica do not qualify for the World Cup, it will be a national disgrace. This is no excuses. Because we know Jamaica is a national team that has so much potential, but they always let you down. And the fact that they got grouped to the last World Cup was embarrassing. Absolutely disgraceful. So Jamaica, man, you better have some shame, and you better qualify for the World Cup. Because if they don't, we will have an emergency stream. And I'm gonna try to get some Jamaicans on the stream because I need them to break down this failure if they don't qualify. Anyways, I'm still gonna give them trust to do this, but like I said, you never know with Jamaica. Just never know. Group C, we got here Costa Rica, Honduras, Haiti, Nicaragua. Coming in last place, I have is Nicaragua. I think Nicaragua, for me, it's a very difficult group for them, and I feel like this is a very brutal group for them. And I feel bad putting them last, but I just gotta put someone last, and I feel like Nicaragua is the weakest of the four. I just don't really see enough. I just don't think they have enough bite in them, and I feel like the other teams are simply better. I will say this though, I do think this will be the most competitive group. So I think Nicaragua, despite me putting them bottom, I think they'll make up very competitive. I think they could get some wins here or there, and maybe just miss out by like 1 or maybe even 2 points, or even goal difference could be determining. Third place I have is Haiti. I've given up with Haiti, guys. I used to hype Haiti a lot back then in the past, but after that Gold Cup they had, I was done. I was done with Haiti. They're just way too inconsistent. Sometimes they play terrible, get the result, and sometimes they play well and not get the result. They're just a national team you can't have much expectations with. And also another thing that really hampers them is the fact they have no home games. They're playing all their games on the road, which I think is detrimental for their chances of qualifying. So unfortunately, I do think Haiti will finish third place. I think maybe if the home games were there, I would have maybe factored them second. But I'm sorry, I just give it up with Haiti. I've lost trust in Haiti, so I think Haiti will finish third. Second place I have is Honduras. I think Honduras, for me, I think have been improved ever since the 2022 World Cup qualifiers, which they were dreadful, by the way. They finished bottom of the group, which is bottom of the octagonal, which was embarrassing. They were simply abysmal. I think since then they have improved defensively, and I think this is a team that can do something. I think defensively they're looking great. It's just that attack is really, really, the attack is meh, but the defense is outstanding, which is why I have them to finish in second place and to do it. And I feel like Honduras can do something here. But top of the group, guys, it's Costa Rica. Costa Rica, for me, they're phenomenal, guys. We know with Costa Rica, they have so much heritage. They qualify for the most World Cups out of the 12 nations here. And I do believe Costa Rica will do it, guys. I do believe Costa Rica will do it. And with Keylor Navas coming back to the national team, that just makes that even better more of a chance to qualify. Now, before I round off, guys, let's talk about the two nations I have coming through the playoffs, the two second place teams I have. It is Honduras and Guatemala. I just don't trust Trinidad and Tobago defensively. I think their defense is just way too leaky, and I think they'll drop a lot of points, which is why I don't have them finish in second place. So there you have it, man. Those are my Concacaf World Cup qualifier predictions. Let me know your predictions in the comments below, guys. Remember to guys like and subscribe. Let me know if there's any major talking points in the comments below, because I'm sure there probably is. And yeah, I'll see you guys later, man. Peace out.